Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to do a face emanating from a dark source. So it's a face, again we have done faces in light and dark, and we have quite a few videos focusing on different angles, different placement of the light and the dark source, and please do feel free to check those out. Right here we're doing a generic face that is in a light source but emanating from a dark source, so all of the face we need not show as visible, but it is a very easy exercise to go around, provided that we can just take care of the tones and the shadows. So we'll draw a generic nose right there, draw an eye right there. So let's say we put the nose out, all out, and we have the mouth right there, and we have the chin going right there, and a little more definition for the outside of the head. And let's say the person has general head of hair, eyebrow. Okay, so we have just put in a generic structure, and we could put the eyes right out if we wish, but it will be a futile exercise because they will both not be visible, because we are using a stark dark overlay right here on this side and illuminating that side of the face. And we will see in a moment why necessarily putting all of the anatomy out is not the go-to exercise in this case. So we are beginning with the dark source here. So we'll put in first, right on this side, dark tones on that side of the face. So these should essentially be more streamlined in the sense that they should all be like pretty even when it comes to spreading them out, and that will be more beneficial. But this is a quick exercise, and now using this we are going to flow everything outward. One piece at a time. So we're going to the brow, let's say right here. We're going to let the tones fade out as we go closer to the light source, which is always the stable exercise when it comes to putting in the tones and shadows. And that's regardless of the object that we are working the tones and shadows for. And of course, because the face is always a tremendous landscape for all types of artwork, there will be always varying degrees of where the tones fade out, where the tones are more intense, and sometimes even around the same features there might be like varying tones. So right here, as we mentioned, that sometimes on the same feature there might be two different tones. So right here so this is the lip, so the bottom lip, let's say, but we have two different tones right here. So part of it is encased in the shadow, at least in this case that we are working on here, and part of that is completely in the light, and that is of course because of the nature of that part of the face. Similarly, the underlip right there, just below, just above the chin, same routine. So faded out tone here and intense tone even like right next to it. And same thing again. So chin, although like it's a rounder feature, but in this case we are putting out lighter tone going toward the outside here, and then right next to it stark tone, because that particular area of the chin is away from the light. Unless the person has like a double chin, that is well, not implying a double chin at the bottom of the other chin, but double chin like a mullet. So a really heroic, superheroic proportion chin. In that case, I mean, it will be more evident. So this part could be more evident as well. But here we've just put in some varying tones right around here to make this work a little better for us. And of course, then right around the face, of course, complete pitch black. There's the neck, and we could possibly just highlight a few aspects there as well, just to make it like work. And then maybe just have a little fade, because the chin is casting a shadow of its own right there. So we'll put some of that in light, and then let the other just go and flow into the dark tones again. And of course, sorry, right around here, because that area is pretty much not entirely in the dark, but a lot of it is somewhat curling away from the light source. But right now we will just finish this off. So now the hair, again, we never say that any feature of the face is not consequential. Now since there's a lot of black here, like right around the face, over here, like this should all be pitch black. If you can just make this pitch black, it will really stand out and really work for us. But let's say that we want to add like certain features, like right around the curvature, maybe a bit of tone right here, just to, you know, give it more of a semblance with the rest of the layout. It also works. So now around this, of course, all pitch black. So pitch black through and through, and we will not necessarily sit here and keep you good folks waiting while we do the pitch black. We do not need to, but the hair itself, we can again do pitch black all the way through here, and then start, if possible, and it depends on the hairstyle, of how flat the hair is, and if there's any spiky ends that are standing out. All those things will come into the light and dark aspects depending on what kind of head of hair it is. In this case, if the hair is just streamlined enough, we can just do some strands here going into the light. And then sometimes we can also, for the tips, we can also have an eraser, like, you know, work out some strands of hair once we are done with the more core and concentrated tones, like here toward the closer to the face. So there we have it, a quick sketch of a face emanating from a dark source. And of course, please balance it out, because the face is probably going all the way here, and we need to go, in this case, if we use acrylic as well, or we could just do lead all through if it is a lead sketch like this one, and have the face peer out of the shadows there. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, keep in touch, have yourself a wonderful day.